All right, so I felt it's a great idea to share with the trading community what I think is a potential big move coming up for GBPNZD to the upside, right? So personally, I don't really look at this pair, but my attention was called to it by a very great guy from Australia named Marcus. So if you're watching this, shout out to you, Mr. Marcus. Thank you for calling my attention to this particular setup. So I felt it great to share with the trading community, not just because of the money making potential in it, but I think we might be able to learn one or two things about how to spot big moves right in the market. So here you will see my analysis. This Mr. Marcus showed me his own markups, and this was sent to me on December 25th, and this was what his markups was like, and I made a response to his question asking me what I think about GBPNZ as a potential upcoming candidate. So I made a reply using a video where I did an analysis and a complete breakdown of that setup, and that is what you will see right now. All right, so Mr. Marcus, I saw your markups and I think they are really good. I think you've been working with SMC smart money concept for some time, right? And that is also part of the stuff I use, even though we add a couple of other things into it. Now, I don't really trade GBPNZD, but my strategy is actually universal, so it can work on anything. So asking for my opinion, this is what I'm seeing. So first of all, on the weekly chart, I have this demand zone, right? And it is a clear demand zone because we can see the imbalance right there. Now something else is also there, which is this liquidity pool, right? So there's a liquidity pool right here. Let me make this a little bit okay. So there's this liquidity pool right here, which we will get to see even much more clearer when we drop down to the daily chart. So one thing that I like to do is, once I have the demand zone or supply zone on the weekly chart or the monthly, I want to confirm if they are real demand or real supply zones, which means zones that are backed up by institutional data. I mean, that's COT data. Okay, and there are two ways that we can check this, because what can cause this rally could either be the strength of the pound at the time or the weakness of the New Zealand dollar at the time, right? So when we check the COT data for this area, this particular time, we need to see if it was caused by GBP or NZD, but any one of them is sufficient. But even if we have the two, that would be great. Okay, so let me take you to my COT data, and this period, this zone actually formed during the month of April. I mean, during the month of the month of May 2023. So we want to look at that period, right, and see for ourselves. Okay, so this is pound, right? So pound during the month of during the month of May, right here, we can see even the build up of that month, the month of April. We saw that they were accumulating lots of longs. This is it right here. They were actually buying more than normal, as revealed by my COT data right here. They were buying more than normal, and they were just adding position week on week. So clearly they were actually accumulating longs for the pound, so which is one reason why that rally could happen. So, and then for the New Zealand dollar, yes, also during that time, during the month of May 2023, we saw this accumulation of longs also. I'm sorry, accumulation of shorts, because we needed that shorts. That is actually much more essential to us. If you look at the longs are not as exciting as the shorts, because taking a look at this, they've been selling more than normal for a long time. Okay, so this right here is actually the act of smart money selling more than normal. So that is what we need. It's not really this, because we know we already have the zone right there. So they were selling more than normal here for New Zealand, and they were buying more than normal at that particular point in time. So which confirms that this is actually a real demand zone right here. So what next I can do would be to break this zone down, which then means that I should go down to my lower time frame, the daily chart. Now I have a couple of things that I'm thinking that's going through my mind now. If you look at this area, we have this last down close candle here before this big push to the upside, which marks out the demand zone, right? That is one. Okay, but then we also have this top right here. Now I'm actually going much more deeper into my stuff a little bit, but this high that was broken with this imbalance, this fair value gap, or buy side imbalance, can also act as the level where we can see the rally start from. And there are a couple of reasons. If you look at fundamentals right now, the dollar is weak. The sentiment towards the dollar is actually bearish, because the Fed came out and essentially they said that they will start reducing interest rate as of next year, 2024. So which means that the current interest rate might be the highest that we are going to see for this hiking cycle. Okay, so the next thing for them to do would be to reduce or start reducing interest rates. So that has caused the dollar actually to reduce value, and that has actually caused the value flow into the pound and into euro. Okay, but what I'm thinking right now is, if the dollar continues to lose value, right, and the pound becomes really attractive to smart money, then we might see that this area act as a support for price. Okay, otherwise we might see the drop down into that area, which is even much more better before the rally, because I'm saying this is much more better because it gives us the opportunity to buy at a lower price and then have a better you know, reward potential. Okay, so coupled with the fact that we also have this structure right here based on market structure or price structure. If you have this liquidity pool, and based on the fundamental I just talked about, and the fact that this point here was broken with imbalance, we might see some reaction from here, right, and then going further down to that point, possibly for a much more bigger rally. So just like you pointed on your own markup, there is this liquidity pool right here, which is a triple top formation, coupled with the fact that there is this imbalance here or fair value gap, right? So there is that fair value gap right there on top of a liquidity pool. So if I'm thinking of this, it means that those areas there would be a draw on price. The only thing I felt like I could have added to that analysis would be looking at what the seasonality was suggesting for the British pound and as well for the New Zealand dollar. So taking a look at the British pound right here, if you take a look at what the seasonality was suggesting for the month of January, we're expecting to see bullish prices for British pound. Okay, so bullish prices for British pound. But when it comes to New Zealand dollar, okay, so New Zealand dollar for the month of January also, we're expecting to see kind of more of a sideways movement. Okay, more of a sideways movement for the New Zealand dollar. So we are most likely going to see that push to the upside for GBPNZD in the month of January. If you take a look at what the chart has done since we dropped that analysis, we can see that you see my markups are still right there, nothing has changed. So we came to the first level I indicated in my analysis, and we were moving sideways. All right, so we were just moving sideways, no indication that price is ready to move upwards, okay, yet. So we're just having a reaction from that level. If you take a look at what it looks like on the 4-hour chart, you see this is what it looks like on the 4-hour chart, just bouncing. So no confirmation yet in terms of market structure right here. So So what am I expecting to see? Yeah, I'm expecting to see, my analysis still remains, I'm expecting to see a breakout like that to show confirmation that we're ready to move higher. Or if we are going to drop down, probably we'll take out this low like a liquidity grab and then rally back up to show that this level is still functioning. Or we might just break down into our previous level right here. So what we follow will be determined by what confirmation we get. Okay, so that is it, guys. I hope you got one or two from this. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. Cheers.